Hi everybody, my name is Crissy, and for today's Sew What video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make napkins with mitered corners. So you can use these napkins all year round, or you can hand paint them to make them festive for any holiday. So I'm going to go over the supplies and the instructions, and by the end we will have amazing table napkins. All right, here we go. The supplies you're going to need for this project include fabric, an iron, scissors, pencil, some way to measure your fabric, and a sewing machine. So step one is measuring your fabric. So I am doing mine 20 inches by 20 inches, and this is going to create a larger table napkin. So you can do any size that you want as long as it creates a square. After you have measured out your table napkin, you're going to go ahead and take your scissors and cut it out. So after you have cut it out, you can go ahead and hit it with your iron just to get the wrinkles out. And I should mention that I have already pre-washed this fabric so that it will not shrink whenever you wash it after sewing. So after you have it all ironed out flat, you can take a measuring tool of any kind, and what you're going to do is create triangles in each of the corner. So I am doing mine about an inch. You can do it 1.5 inches. It is up to you. So you're just going to mark those out, which you can see that I am doing right now. Once you have all of your corners marked out, you are going to take it over to your sewing machine, and you are going to fold it in half and sew it going forward once, back stitching all the way back down, and then forward again. So this is going to make sure that those stitches are really in there, and then you are going to do that to all 4 corners. Just make sure that all of the corners are going in the same direction, meaning you don't want to do 3 that are facing, outward and then accidentally do 1 facing inward. That's going to mess up your process. So once you have all of your corners sewn, what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you are going to first cut at a 45-degree angle close to where your stitches begin, but make sure that you do not cut through your stitches. And then you're just going to cut straight across about 1/4 of an inch or shorter close to the stitch. So you're going to do this on all 4 corners. This is a very quick process. So once you do that, then you are going to take those corners and you are going to turn them right side in. So this is what's going to create a beautiful mitered corner, and you can see as I'm doing this that it's starting to come together. If you can't get it fully poked out with your finger, you can take something like a chopstick or a pencil and poke out those corners to make sure that they become very cornered. So next you're going to grab your iron and you're going to go ahead and press down all the corners. So I would recommend pressing each corner down and then moving on. So just take your iron and put it over a corner, press it down, hold for a few seconds, and then move to the next corner. Once you have all of your corners pressed, then you can go ahead and start pressing the rest of your napkin. So what I do is I finger press, which means that I just take my finger and kind of run it along the edge and then take the iron and follow. So you should be able to see some very nice straight lines coming together from those mitered corners. You will do this on all 4 sides and you will be able to see your napkin really coming together. So the next step is that we are going to continue to iron, and so we're going to take all of those edges that we just ironed down and actually fold them in on itself and iron it down. So I'm going to show 2 different ways. The first way I'm going to show you is just doing it as is. So you're just going to take that edge, fold it inwards, and take your iron and run it along. And you will see that a lovely hem is starting to come together. The second way is that you can cut a little slit in each one of the corners about halfway and fold it in on itself again and take your iron and iron it on down. This is my preferred way of doing it. I think that it just makes the mitered corners look a lot neater, but it is obviously not required. So I'm just going to hit it with the iron one more time before taking it to the sewing machine. So once you are at your sewing machine, you are going to go ahead and put the pedal down, and I do about 4 stitches going forwards, and then I do 4 stitches in reverse for that back stitch, and then I just continue on down. So once you hit a corner, very fun trick you can do here, you are going to stop your sewing machine, lift your pedal, but continue to have your needle inside the fabric, and then swivel the fabric around, put the pedal back down, and continue on. So this is just creating a really lovely, seamless seam. So I'm going to do this all around the napkin, and once I hit the end, or where I actually began, I go ahead and do 4 more forward stitches, 4 back stitches, just to make sure that it is fully set in there. And once you've done all of this, then your napkin is completed. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you all go out and make some lovely napkins for your holiday table. Thank you. Bye.